Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I am Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan says challenge of tuberculosis requires multi-sectoral response. Nagaland Government reinforces total ban on single-use plastic in the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to UAE yields substantial outcome. And Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya stresses the need to ensure comprehensive and saturation coverage of all health schemes. Now the news in detail. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan has said that India has the world's highest tuberculosis, TB, with an estimated 26 lakh people contracting the disease and approximately 4 lakh people dying from the disease every year. Speaking today at Raj Bhavan during the program for nutritional supplements basket distribution to DP patients, the governor emphasized that Pradhan Mantri DP Mukt Bharat Abhiyan aims to eliminate DP by 2025, which is 5 years ahead of the global target set by United Nations under its Sustainable Development Goals. Ganesan said challenge of DP requires a multi-sectoral response to address the social detriments like nutritional support, living and working conditions, and an increase in access to diagnostic and treatment services. He further said efforts of the government are yielding significant results and that the community and institutions in the society can play a critical role in filling gaps and addressing social determinants. The governor, who himself had registered as Nikshay, expressed happiness that his officers and staff of Raj Bhavan have also come forward to register themselves as Nikshay Mitras. He emphasized the need for more publicity and awareness programs in order to encourage more Nikshay Mitras in future. The governor further called upon the department as well as the DB cells spread across the districts in Nagaland to be more proactive and help achieve the national target. Nagaland government has reinforced total ban on single-use plastic in the state. This measure has been taken to eradicate the serious environmental and ecological challenges posed by rampant use of plastic as per Section 5 of the Environment Protection Act 1986. Therefore, all concerned are required to ensure strict compliance of the directions. The manufacture, import, stocking, distribution, sale and use of carry bags made of mud, virgin or recycled plastic, irrespective of the thickness in microns, are prohibited. All individuals, institutions, commercial establishments, educational institutions, offices, shops, hotels, restaurants, religious institutions, central and state government, etc., including militaries, should abide by the reinforced ban, and any breach will be liable for penalties. In addition, inspections will be conducted at regular intervals and defaulters will be penalized heavily for the offence. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the United Arab Emirates has yielded substantial outcome, including a local currency trade agreement, banking memorandums of understandings, and significant partnership in the field of education. The developments announced during PM Modi's meeting with UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan in Abu Dhabi marked a comprehensive strengthening of ties between the two nations. A landmark achievement was the agreement between India and the UAE to initiate trade settlements in local currencies. PM Modi hailed this breakthrough as a catalyst for enhancing bilateral trade and investment. Complementing the local currency trade agreement, 2 MOUs were signed between the Reserve Bank of India and the Central Bank of the UAE. The first MOU establishes framework for promoting use of local currencies, specifically the Indian rupee and the UAE dirham, for cross-border transactions. The second MOU focuses on bilateral cooperation to interlink the payment and messaging systems of the two central banks. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya has said that Swasthya Chintan Shivir should help bring us closer to the idea of last-mile connectivity in health. Speaking during the Day 2 of Health Ministry's Swasthya Chintan Shivir In Dehradun, Mandaviya stressed the need to ensure comprehensive and saturation coverage of all health schemes so that no eligible beneficiary is left behind. He hoped that a Chintan Shivir would provide suggestions on how to shore up existing healthcare facilities as well as new interventions required across the country. On the Pradhan Mantri DP Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, Dr. Mandaviya said, Lok Bhagidari, people's participation, is a very essential activity to eliminate the burden of tuberculosis in the country. The minister requested states to make DP elimination a priority and give it further impetus and urged states to support the Divyang population of the country by making it easier to issue disability certificates. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News On Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. District Legal Services Authority DLSA, under the aegis of Nagaland State Legal Services Authority, conducted awareness camps for prisoners with jail inmates, legal aid clinics, identified unrepresented prisoners, and conducted other legal awareness programs across the state. In Woka's session judge and chairperson Woka DLSA, Nino Iralu, spoke on rights of prisoners and interacted with under-trial prisoners, while public prosecutor Woka A. Mabemo spoke on POCSO Act. During the visit to the legal aid clinics, the Woka DLSA handed over legal pamphlets in Lotha and English. In Gifre, panel lawyer Lizzie Sangdam highlighted the rights to the prisoners, and booklet on prisoner rights were also distributed to all the inmates. An awareness program on 4 priority scheme was also conducted at Bungro Town, where Chief Judicial Magistrate and Secretary Gifre DLSA Puleto Yeptomi apprised on the role of District Legal Services Authority and Lok Adalat. Meanwhile, in Dimapur, retainer lawyer of Dimapur DLSA Sunile Seb and panel lawyer Sangdo Longcha spoke on legal services and its role, rights of accused persons, bail and trial, and appeals. The Kuzami Letu Liche Kuzami Literature Board conducted its general conference today at TT Hall, Futsero. Speaking during the conference, MLA Dr. Nisato Mero encouraged the scholars, teachers, leaders, parents, and all concerned to inculcate and teach their children the importance of mother tongue and the power of literature. He also acknowledged the influence of teachers on students. In this regard, he asked the teachers to diligently play the role model, mentor, and educator for the children. Dr. Mero further wished the Kuzami Literature Board a success in their future endeavors and acknowledged the board for their works. National Testing Agency NTA has declared results of Common University Entrance Test CUET UG 2023. Candidates who have appeared for the exam can check their results on official website at cut.sammad.ac.in. In a tweet, Chairman of University Grants Commission M. Jagadesh Kumar said that NTA conducted the entrance test in 9 phases spread over 34 days from 21st of May to 5th of July. Around 14.99 lakh students had registered for CUET UG 2023. He added that NTA will provide normalized scores to 250 participating universities, and they can use these scores to prepare merit list for admission to UG programs. And in weather, India Meteorological Department has predicted fairly widespread to widespread rainfall with isolated heavy rainfall very likely over northeast India for tomorrow. Meanwhile, Kohima recorded maximum temperature of 23.4 degrees Celsius and minimum temperature of 18.5 degrees Celsius. And now 20 news, here are main points again. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan says challenge of tuberculosis requires multi-sectoral response. Nagaland Government reinforces total ban on single-use plastic in the state. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to UAE yields substantial outcome. And Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandaviya stresses the need to ensure comprehensive and saturation coverage of all health schemes. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.